Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Sophie and today we're going to start making a lapbook. On my desk is sort of a prototype. It's not finished and it's probably not going to be exactly what I'm going to do, but here it is. So it's got three parts. One part with there will be a flap. Not sure yet what I'm going to put there, but it will be closed with a closure here. You can put things in. Here you will have two signatures. Here you will have either pockets or a notepad. I'm not sure. Here you will have very, very small pockets where you can put labels and stamps. And here, I think what I want to do in the one that we're going to do together is I want to have sort of a flap with this sort of frame. So it will open like this. And here I need to think about what I can put, either pockets or probably pockets, but I'm not sure. So we'll need to figure this out as we go. So this is just something that I've tried. I've never made a lapbook before. So we'll see how that goes. And this will be closed like this with a closure on the side. Okay, so well, let's start and build what I've used to make my cover. This is what I've used. These are just packages, and what I've done, I have opened both of them like this, and then I have glued them together, and I removed one part, and now I'm going to see whether I'm going to remove it or not. I'm not sure. What I had done as well, I had removed these flaps, and I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to keep them. What I am going to get rid of is I don't know, but I need to think about it. So what I'm going to do is open this one like I've opened the other one. So you can take any sort of packaging you want, any size, as long as they're the same size, it will work. So I'm trying to unglue this without ruining completely everything. Well, there we go. Opened it is. Okay. So what I have done in my other one is I've done this, and then I did cut it over here. And I'm anyway not going to do that. I'm going to cut it probably over here, and I'm going to see how I can use that. We'll figure it out together. But first things first, I need to get rid of these glue bits, because otherwise we're going to have some very bumpy parts. So Sophie, if you could do that less brutally, then you wouldn't ruin. Am I going to keep the flap? I don't think so. I don't think so, but you know, let's prep everything while we think. There we go. Try to do that without hurting yourself. So that's one. Where is number two? Number two is over here. And we don't have any glue bits on this one, so that is good. So what I'm going to do, because I know I have to do that anyway, is I'm going to glue them together. Okay, so I'm taking one upside down so that I end up with the same size of this, which is in a way going to be a spine. So I'm then going to glue it. I'm going to use my glue stick for that. So I'm just going to put glue all over. There we go. I'm going to glue my other part on top of it as best as I can. I had the problem with the other one as well. They're never completely the same. Probably also because this one is upside down. So it's just, you know, I do the best I can. Like this. What I can do is already remove... Oh, there are my gluey bits. These parts that we don't want. And we can start thinking about which pieces we're going to keep and which pieces we're not going to keep. So this is going to be our cover. This is going to be the spine for the journal bit. This is going to be the other side of the spine, with underneath this part, which is going to be either a notebook or a pockets, I don't know. This is going to be, this is going to be folded on here. That much I know. So I think I'm going to remove this flap, and I'm going to cut it here because I don't want to have four panels. I am going to remove... It's hard for me to think. I think it shows. Because I don't know. Let's start gluing just these pieces of the spines, because we'll need them to reinforce our little spines. So that's one. And that's two. We're going to do the same on the bottom. So obviously I'm not going to be able to finalize the thing today. So it will be, you know, in 2 or 3 parts, depending on how long it takes me. Okay, so this one is glued as well. This one, am I reinforcing it? Do I need to? Let me think. I actually don't think so. So I'm going to remove this part. And for this, I'm going to use my knife. So I'm just placing it before the fold. Okay, there we go. So there is one bit. Then I'm going to remove, do I need that? I don't think I do. So I'm going to remove these 2 little flaps. This one. And this one. I can't see what I'm doing. There we go. Now on the other one, I left this one and this one. Do I want to do the same? Because here I know I want to have something that will open like this. So if I had that, would that be too much? probably. Do I care? No. So I'm going to leave these flaps. Here we're going to have a notebook anyway, or pockets, so I don't need these two. So I can remove them as well. Then again, you know, you don't need to do things exactly like me. Depends on the final result that you want to achieve. If you like flaps, if you don't like them, that's entirely up to you. And also, you don't need to use packaging if you don't want to. You could use a file folder. You could use maybe an Amazon envelope. You can use all sorts of things. There you go. So 1, 2, 3, I said I would keep this one, but then I can also keep these flaps, can't I? I can. The only thing that I will do probably is cut this part. I'll think about it. I will think about it. So now you need to decide what you want to have your cover made of. You can use fabric, you can use images, you can use magazine pages, or you can use scraps, which is what I'm going to do because I like the look of it. And also I have so many scraps that I'm very happy to see them disappear. So you need to think, this is going to be my side. Yeah, I'm going to leave it like this because this is directional and I will know that this is my front. So what I am going to do, I know I have bits and pieces that are already small. Well, at least I had some and I don't think I've used them all. So I'm just going to take my small pieces and glue them on my page. And I'll have to be careful because the flaps obviously are going to be bended the other way around. So if I want my paper to be directional, then I need to remember to glue some on in the other way. I personally don't mind. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start with this side. And what I'm doing is I'm making my paper overlap. So you can see that here it's going above and here as well, because then I'm going to fold it in. Okay? So again, glue. I'm not inking my papers individually. If I don't forget, I will ink the whole of the collage once it's finished. And before I will apply some well, sort of Mod Podge above it. Okay, so here, this is how I am. Okay, so I'm overlapping the fold. I'm going to turn this around, grab my scissors, just make a notch like you would if it were fabric. Where am I going to put you? I'm going to put you here. And I need to think, which is not easy for me. Like this. So I'm going to fold it once like this and like this. And this one will be like this. Okay? So I'm making sure that it is glued correctly. Be careful if you use scraps not to rip the paper, because that happens, well, fairly often, I would say. Okay, so I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to take another piece of paper. I like to vary the fonts and the bits of papers that I use. So, but again, that's me. You don't need to do what I do. I'm going to have you here, or here, here. Okay, so let me glue you. So I'm just going to do one side with you, and then I'll do the rest off camera, because otherwise the video will be 2 hours long and we will only have finished the collage part. Hopefully we can do a bit more today. And I'm saying hopefully, I'm not promising anything, because I don't know. Okay. I see bubbles, and I would like to have as little bubbles as possible. Come on. Okay, another piece of paper, a different one. Itchy nose, itchy nose. Oh, we have a map. I like maps. So I'm gonna have you here. Oh, Bordeaux. This is where I'm from. This is where my parents live, on this lake. You are bothering me, knife. Okay. I'm going to do it like this. Again, I'm turning it round and taking my scissors, and here I'm just going to have a diagonal cut. There you go. What else do we have? What other paper? You are different. No, you are the same. But you're not the same. So I could have something like here. I know I'm talking to myself. I'd like to blame age, but I think I've always done it. So yeah, I just have to live with it. How did I say I wanted to do this? Because I need to cover. Do I need to cover? Yeah, I still need to go over the fold. Okay, that's going to be interesting. So, and I'm shaking. Yay! So let me first do this one up, and then this one, and then where's my little paper? This one. There you go. There. So basically, just a collage like you would do on a masterboard. Nothing really complicated. Make it to your taste. more color, less color. That is really up to you. What do I have? I have another piece of map. I have a piece of scrapbook paper. Well, cheap scrapbook paper. And I can cover a part of it if I want to. Let me see. I don't know. I'll just leave it on the side. What I'm going to do is I have these that I've had for the longest time. And I'm just going to use some. I thought I had already torn some. Yes, I had. So here they are. Because I never used them. And they've been in my stash for a long, long time. How am I going to do that? Seems simple, but to me it isn't. Okay, I'm going to have you here and maybe the right way, like this. What is... So I'd love to have a glue page, but I don't have space enough. Oh, Sam is sleeping. And I did put it the wrong way up. Which doesn't really matter, but I didn't want it that way, so I'm going to fold it over. Okay. We need another piece, maybe. That's too small. Just trying to think because I don't want her to be cut off. What about you? Whoop! Don't fall. No, because you'll be upside down. So not the right piece of paper then. Do we have something else? We do have coffee dyed paper. So let's use it. Like this maybe. I can do this. Yep. Okay. So, glue again. And we're going to decorate the cover as well. I don't know how or with what yet. And I need to get a new glue stick. Okay. So I don't need that big of a piece. But I need to make it to size. So I'm going to do this. Then I'm going to do this. Don't know where to put it anymore here. So I can glue that. I can do this now. I can do that. And I think that will work. Don't mind whether it looks good or not on the inside. It doesn't matter because we're going to cover it. Oh, there is a piece of glue I didn't remove. Well, too bad. And I can do this. Up. There. There we go. And a couple more. I thought I had more different papers. No. You know, Sophie, you're going to waste so much time if you keep on deciding that that is not the right scrap. But then again, you know, it is what it is. It is too small. Sneak, sneak. Allez. Come on. Tell me I can use you. No, you can't. Because it is too small. Small map. Too small. But that is okay because I know I have a lot more of these. Oh, you are big. Come here, my friend. You are okay. Even that's tiny, tiny. I'll try like it. Don't know if you're like me. If it is complicated for you to do this kind of stuff, oh, that is actually much better. Yeah, that will be perfect. Okay, we're getting there. No, why don't we have big lumps of glue? Because that's always fun, isn't it? Big lumps. So is it the time, I probably have asked the question already, but you know, getting old and rambling, I guess. Is it time for you as well where your children go back to school? Well, for you as well, not that my children are going back to school, because both of them have decided they wanted to work, which I think is not the most brilliant idea they've ever had. You know, their life. They're both over 18, so not much I can do. But yeah, because I remember these used to be complicated times when they were smaller. Running around, getting all the supplies, getting them on the first day of school, because I was working full time and it was not always easy to get time off for that. Why do you need to be there? Well, you know, when your children are small, young, or that they've changed school, sometimes it's good for them to be reassured with having their parents. Okay, so I've made one of the pages of the cover. I'm now going to do the rest, the spine included. Just make sure that when you glue your paper, you go over each folder, because if you stop at the folder, when you'll bend it, you will see the red line coming out. So that's what I would recommend, but you do what you want. So let me do that and come back. So I finished gluing my papers, making my collage, and I also distressed all the borders and all the folds. So this is where I stand. So now I want to add some labels and some stamps, and then you know, we'll need to see if we want to decorate the cover with something else. Not sure what, but something else. So maybe, well, we'll start by the back. That will be easier. So I got washi stickers out. I have a couple of barrel bonds and yeah, some labels, thin paper, because because if we want to decorate it some more, then obviously we need something really, really thin under. So I've taken some postal stamps as well, and now it's just a matter of finding the right place for each little piece. So I know these ones do need glue. And I also know this is going to be backwards, so I'm going to do that. Whether it's completely straight, I don't know, but it's there. What else do we have? We have little ones, which we can put like this. If they're not straight, no, that's paper, that's not washi. Let me see. What else? Are you a sticker? Or are you... No, you're a sticker. Good. So if you're a sticker, we shall stick you up like this. So you do whatever you feel good about. No rules, just have fun and enjoy. Sorry. Maybe one on this flap as well. And then we don't have that many left. I didn't take that many out, but we still have postal stamps that we need to use, or that we can use. And I also have my pair bonds. Let me just take these out so I know I cannot use them. Oh, I like the green one. No, where? There. I like the green one. So I'm going to do that. Okay, one more. sorry if I'm out of frame, but I can't seem to put the whole of the project on camera. Well, I think that's it for the moment. Now we have postal stamps that we can glue. I want to find a piece of paper that I can use as a glue page. Yeah. Okay. So, little postal stamps. Again, no rules. They can be straight, they can be wonky, they can be any way you like them. They can be upside down. And they just should be so, you know, how you like them. Up. Yeah, up is a really French word when you're doing something and it's done. Hop là. I think I want you here. Like this. And what else? I had big stamps with fish. Big stamps with fish. Maybe one here. Oh, they're from Vietnam. They're beautiful. Big and beautiful. And I have another one here. I think that whatever I decide to decorate my cover with afterwards, it will have to be after I've mod podged it, which will make it harder to glue stuff on. But I still think that's the way to go about it. Do I want to put more postal stamps? Probably. But I want this one as well. Okay, I have more stamps. A red one. Don't have any here. Why not? A green one. Okay. And I don't have any here either. Sorry, my voice has decided to go on a vacation without me. And that's not okay. Like this. Gee. I think I'm going to leave it at that. And then I'll see. Okay, so now that we have done this, I'm going to Mod Podge the whole of the cover, including these little bits. Okay, and then I will decide which paper I will use to cover the inside, and we will reinforce the spines. So here we are. So I'm just covering the whole of my cover, not forgetting the edges. I'm almost at the end of my little container. This is a relatively cheap brand. It's French, I assume. It's called Cléopâtre. And for those of you who are in Europe, I think it's really nice. It dries very, very quickly. So when you need to make 2 layers, like we are going to have to, it is really, really convenient. I'm always afraid that I've forgotten a part. So you see, this is a rather quick process. Oh, I have to re-glue a bit here. Well, that's quite all right. And it's always better to let your cover be completely dry, you know, when you've glued your paper, before putting the Mod Podge. Because very often otherwise you'll get some bubbles, which you sometimes get anyway, bubbles of air. And yeah, it's not... you see, well, it also depends on your paper. Here I have a bubble that I probably am not going to be able to get rid of. Then we'll see what we can do about this later. Okay. You see that side is already dry. So I'm going to leave it a minute. Sorry for the cough. And then I'm going to go over my piece again. And I will also do the edges inside. See you. So I've cut my fabric tape to the size, so 18.5 centimeters. And now I need to get my pictures at the correct size as well. So I want to have her sort of centered, so I assume that will be it. Where did I put my little pencil? It is here. So let me check. So I'm going to cut it here and here. And then I will cut it here. And for this, I get my other paper trimmer. Oh, come on, Sophie. And of course, I did cut out the part where I wanted to stop at the bottom. So that would be here. So that is fine. I'm going to briefly ink it. Okay, and I'm going to use art glitter glue with the big tip. And of course I cannot find my needle, because why would I make things simpler for myself? Well, we'll use this one. Very eager to work, but still a big lump. Well, let's try. Why do I not put my paper down? This is an excellent question to which I have no good answer. So then I'm going to put a lot of glue, and I'm just going to make it even with my fingers, which is not my preferred activity, but I think that's the best way to ensure this. Sorry, we got interrupted by my youngest daughter, who has apparently maybe has found a job. So in the meantime, I did glue this because my glue was drying, and therefore it made some little marks, but that's okay. I will survive, hopefully. So learn from my mistakes. And it's funny because I did that on the prototype and I have no marks, but you know, one day is different to the other. So I'm trying not to make any big lumps of glue. I'm going to glue this one here. And it's also good because with the glue stick you can move, which you can't do with art glitter glue, or at least not that much. Why are you wonky? You are very wonky. Well, you are what you are, and I love you anyway. Okay, so we only have one left. I'm going to do that. You. And I have not covered the inside. And maybe I should do that. Let me see. Here I don't need. Here I don't need. But I have this one, and these three. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get pieces of paper of that size, sort of, and I will glue them here, and that's it, really. And I will put here, I will put washi tape, not fabric tape, because otherwise I will not be able to close it. So let's do this first. I am going to glue my spines reinforcement. are you too big? Why are you too big? Okay. If you are too big, I'm going to make you smaller. Just a tad. Should have tried it before. A bit more, a bit more. Well, you learn, you fix. That is darling. Okay. So if I do put you here, now I'm good. So I'll just need to make the other one shorter, and I'm probably out of frame. That's okay. That is okay. So you, my friends, I need to make a bit smaller. I will need to clean my blade. Okay, second attempt. I didn't ink it. I will do it just now. There we go. So you see here I have a sort of a thing that I don't like. Well, it doesn't matter because I'm going to put my fabric tape and it won't show anymore. So fabric tape. I have 2 pieces of that color and 2 pieces of this color. So this is fabric tape that I made just by gluing fabric on double-sided tape. And what I am going to do is I'm going to glue it on both the image and the spine. That's one. There you go. And then the other one. And the last one. Okay, so that's done. Let me cover these blank spaces with paper. I have covered my spaces and I have inked all around. So what I want to do now is to put some eyelids in my spine so that I can put my signature, and it's going to be on this spine. So I need my crocodile. I can actually remove all this in order to be able to see what I'm doing. So I'm going to make 2 signatures. I think it's enough. And let me see. How am I going to do that? Like this. 2. And I'm going to try to do the same on the other side. 1. What did I do? I did something stupid, didn't I? I did. Well, that's okay. We're going to fix it. Because somehow I thought that was my fold, and it wasn't. So what am I going to do? I'm going to be clever, sort of. I am going to get sort of a label, and I'm going to stick it like this, and I'll stick it on the other side, and that should do the trick. So now I can make my real little hole, and there we go. So I'm going to place some eyelets. See, everything is fixable. So I know I have eyelets here. In the other one I did mix the colors, and I thought it was rather nice that way. So let's see, I want the little flowers. I have 1 black, I have pink, I have white, yellow, white, black, and black. Okay. Then I think we're going to have 4 different. We're going to have colors, because we can. There we go. Do what you want. You don't need to do it like me. I'm going to bind this with elastic, and my elastic is bluish, sort of. Still not big enough. There you go. Come on, I know you're big enough now. There you go. Crocodile. Next one. Second one. Two. That's 1. Ouch. That's 2. Come on. Okay. Eyelids are done. Here. we can already put the elastic. See, I have a lot. I have a lot. I thrifted it. So I'm going to take a bit less than twice because it is elastic. So I'm gonna do something like this, I suppose. I'm going to do it twice because I want to have two signatures. I have enough elastic for the rest of my life. So I'm going to put it through the eyelets. Usually I do cut them out too big. Hopefully they're big enough. Yes, they are. So here we go. We have one. And then I'll put in the second one the same way. Oh, come on. There's nothing complicated here. There you go. There you go. We have our signatures ready. What I think we can do is put some thing to close this. And I'm going to look for it. Got interrupted again, but this time not by my daughter. So what I want to do is to put two of these little circles that I punched sort of in the middle, not quite, but sort of. So one, let me first put it through. Now I need to punch a hole sort of in the middle. Probably somewhere there. I'm guesstimating. So my little pencil. And do I have to get my big crocodile out? Oh, well, no, don't pull the string from my jumper. Yep, that's good. There we go. So this is one. I'm going to do the other one as well. And in this one, I'm going to put my thread. So what I do is I take my circle, I put my piece of, the word is not coming to mind, but I know it. It's not a thread, it's not a string. It is what it is. I'm going to make my hole a bit bigger, like this. And I'm going to place it side. Like this. Crocodile. And there we go. We have, oh, my thread is not big enough. Well, just about. So we have a closure. This will be a flap. I'm going to set up the eyelids on the other flap, and I'll see you afterwards. So let's see what we've done today. Whoopla, sorry. We made the cover of a lapbook. We did a collage. This is not finished. We will put something here. We'll just have to find what. We've done the inside, so it goes like this. It will have 3 panels. Here we have a fold. We will put something here, probably a frame with acetate that will make into a pocket. That's it. Then here we'll have 2 signatures. Here we're going to put pockets. We did secure our spines with fabric tape that we made. Again, same here. And we've made this little flaps, these little flaps like on the other side. And here I remembered you put the thread beneath your circle in the hole, not as I did on the other one, but it doesn't matter. The principle is that it closes. So we've prepared all that. Here we'll have a flap, and again I need to see what we'll put in there. I have an idea, but let's just wait and see when we get there. So this is how our lapbook is going to look like. It'll be closed like this, like that. We also need to find a closure, and we'll need to do that quickly. We'll need to decorate everything, and yeah, then we can put a signature. We can 2 signatures. We can decorate it. We can put a notepad, build a notepad to put here or here, and pockets, and lots of funny, cute things. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I had a lovely time, and I will see you now on Saturday. And yeah, in the meantime, take care. Bye-bye.